Hi everyone, happy sports themed Friday. Mr. Clark has all of his Geelong Cats gear on, and once again we're joined with Clark the Bear for The Adventures of the Wishing Chair, and we're actually up to chapter 14. So we've read a lot of chapters of the Wishing Chair, and I'm excited to see where Molly, Peter and Chinky get up to today. This chapter's called The Spinning House. It was most annoying not being able to see the wishing chair. The children kept forgetting where it was and falling over it. Remember in the last chapter, that little evil goblin put a spell on the wishing chair and it went invisible. Oh dear, groaned Peter, picking himself up for the fourth time. I really can't bear this chair being invisible. I keep walking into it and bumping myself. I'll tie a ribbon on it, said Molly. Then we shall see the ribbon in the air and we'll know the chair is there. That's a good idea, said Chinky. The girls always think and find good ideas around here. So do you, said Peter. I say, how strange that ribbon looks all by itself in the air. We can't see it, but we can't see the chair it's tied on. People would stare if they came in here and saw it. It certainly did look funny. It stuck there in midair, and it did act as a warning to the children and Chinky that they must be careful not to walk into the invisible chair. It saved them many a bump. I've been asking the fairies how we can get the chair made visible again, said Chinky the next day. They say there is an old funny witch who lives in a little spinning house in Jiffy Wood, who is very, very clever at making things invisible or invisible. So, if we fly there, next time the chair grows wings, we may be able to have it put right there. But how shall we know when it grows its wings if we can't see them, said Molly. I never thought of that, said Chinky. I know, said Peter. Let's tear up little bits of paper and put them round the legs of the chair on the floor. Then, when its wings grow, the bits will all fly about in the drought that the wings make with their flapping, and we shall see them and know the chair is ready to go off on another adventure. The children tore up the bits of paper and put them on the floor near the legs of the chair. Really, it does look funny, said Molly. A ribbon balanced in mid-air and bits of paper below. On the floor, Mother would think us very untidy if she came in. Let's play tiddly winks now, said Peter. I'll get out the cup and the counters. Soon, the three of them were playing tiddly winks on the floor. Molly flipped her counters into the very cup cleverly and had just won, when Chinky gave a big shout. Look! Those bits of paper are fluttering in the air. The chair must have grown its wings. Molly and Peter turned to look. Sure enough, the scraps of paper they had on the floor were all dancing up and down as if the wind was blowing them. The children could feel a drought too, and knew that the wishing chair had come again, grown its red wings. That was a good idea of yours, Peter, said Chinky. Boys have good ideas as well as girls, I can see. Come on, let's get into the chair and see if it will fly to Jiffy Wood to the old witch. They climbed onto the chair. It was really very strange climbing onto something they couldn't see, but could only feel. Chinky sat on the back as usual, and the children squeezed into the seat. Go to Jiffy Wood, to the little spinning house, Chinky said to the chair. It rose up into the air, flew out of the door, and was high before the children could say another word. They must have looked very strange, sitting in the chair that couldn't be seen. It was raining. Molly wished that they had brought an umbrella. Tell the chair to fly above the clouds, Chinky, she said. It's the clouds that drop the rain onto us. If we fit and fly beyond them, we shan't get wet because there won't be any rain. Fly higher than the clouds, chair, said Chinky. The chair rose higher and higher. It flew right through the misty grey clouds and came out above them. The sun was shining brightly. It made the other side of the clouds quite dazzling to look at. This is better, said Molly. The sun will dry our clothes. They flew on and on into the sunshine above the great white clouds. Then they suddenly flew downwards again, and the children saw that there was a thick wood. Jiffy wood, said Chinky, peering down. We shall soon be there. Down they went and flew quietly down, and at last came to a little clearing in the woods. The chair flew down to it and came to a rest on some nice green grass. A little way off was a most peculiar house. It had one leg like a short pole, and it spun round and round and round on this leg. It did not go very fast, and the children could see that it had a door on one side and a window on each of the other 3 sides as well. It had one chimney which was smoking away merrily, but the smoke was green, a sign that a witch lived in the house. Well, here we are, said Chinky, getting out of the chair. I'd better carry the chair, I think. I don't like leaving it about here when we can't see it. We shouldn't know where it was if anyone came along and untied the ribbon. Is the old witch a fierce or short of a person? Asked Molly. No, she's a good sort, said Chinky. She will do all she can to help us. I know that for a fact. You needn't be afraid. She won't harm us. My grandmother knew her very well. How are we going to get into the house? Asked Peter, looking at the strange house going round and round and round. It's like getting on a roundabout that's going. Our mother always says that's a dangerous thing to do. Well, let's try and get the witch to stop the house spinning round for a minute, so that we can hop into the chair with Chinky. Come on, I've got the chair. Off they went towards the strange little house. As it went round, the smoke went round too and made green rings. It was a very peculiar. Witch snippet, called Chinky. Stop your house and let us in. Someone opened a window and looked out. It was an old woman with a red shawl on and a pretty white cap. So there's a picture, kids, of the house spinning round and round, and Molly and Peter and Chinky finding out how they can get into that house with the witch. Wait a minute, the witch called. I'll stop the house, but you'll have to be very quick getting in at the door because it won't stop for very long. The house slowed down. It went round more and more slowly, and at last it stopped. The door was facing the children, and the witch opened it and beckoned to them. Molly shot inside, and so did Peter. Chinky was trying to get in with the chair too, when suddenly the house began to spin round and round very fast again. Poor Chinky fell out of the doorway with the chair. Molly and Peter really couldn't help laughing. He looked so funny. The witch stopped the house again, and then Peter helped Chinky in quickly. They put the wishing chair down and then turned to greet the witch. Good morning, she said with a smile, and what can I do for you? And that is the end of our chapter of The Adventures of the Wishing Chair. Now, happy Friday, everyone. Happy sports-themed Friday. Now, I hope you're enjoying the story, and Clark and I will be back on Monday with the next chapter of The Wishing Chair. So have a good weekend, everyone. Bye for now.